tell us who you are and where you're from?
My name is John, and I'm from Jenks, America.
And what do you like best about Tulsa and Tulsa County?
Well, what I like most about it is obviously the living conditions and having access to the middle of the country, because Tulsa is a crossroads of the U.S.
Well, great. And so you really love Tulsa, but you're coming out against Proposition 1 and Proposition 2, called Division 2. What is your problem with Proposition 1?
Well, first of all, let me just say that I'm all for improvement, and that's improving our living conditions, our schools, our infrastructure, and so forth. But right now, we're still in the process of paying for Vision 2025. And to come out and start asking for more money, that to me is like a bottomless pit. Keep feeding money in there, and people keep saying yes to that without realizing that tax is almost just a continuous habit. Now, as far as that Proposition 1, I believe in a free market. A company is formed to provide a service or a product, and with quality and integrity. And if they can't produce that to make a profit, then they have to find out what the problem is, or reorganize and do something else. And to be giving money to a company, a government, bailing out a company like General Motors was bailed out. General Motors right now is still having the same problems they had before. They've gone through all the money. Have they helped their employees? All they've done is extend the time that these employees are going to be around. The same thing will happen with American Airlines. American Airlines is not in a position to really grow. They have to reorganize and become more profitable, more efficient. So I'm against it because government is not here to enable the private sector. I don't believe that American Airlines started and came to this point right now because they depended on the government.
And what about Proposition 2, the quality of life improvements?
And like I said at the beginning, I agree that we should do that. But nothing, I mean, we haven't finished what's been completed in 2025. And prior to 2025, what did Tulsa County do and the cities involved? Tulsa, Jenks, Broken Arrow, Sapulpa, Owasso. They've been growing, but they did not need 2025. Now, has 2025 improved our city? Sure it has. But we have to allow the city to grow into those improvements. We don't need to start building a bunch of buildings if we don't have people to go into them. And so that's where I'm objecting to that. We need to give it a time to allow the completion of 2025.
Okay. And if you were a county commissioner, what would you have done differently?
Well, first of all, being a county commissioner, and I'm not sure if they were involved in the planning, let me rephrase that. The two propositions that were brought up, as I understand it, all the projects came about in a matter of 30 days, 45 days, I'm not sure. But that kind of, when we're talking about $750 million, we cannot come up with a study in 30 or 60 days. This takes planning, because that's the biggest problem we have in this country. We make decisions on emotion, and we don't address the issues. government has to be, government decisions. If I was a county commissioner, I would do it just like a business owner would. You make a business plan and you determine what are the benefits and what are the risk involved in investing that kind of money. It's a lot easier to, being in government, you're using somebody else's money. So think about it if it was your money. Would you go out there and throw $750 million without knowing what, whether you're going to make a profit? In this case, we're government, we wouldn't be making a profit, but would it generate jobs? Would it jobs for the constituents to pay back the taxes that are being taken? So anyway, that I believe if I was a county commissioner, it would be at least a 6-month to a year process to identify all these areas that are really needed. There is a difference between a want and a need. And that's basic budgeting. There's a lot of things you and I need and want. Well, what's more important, our need or our want?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.